There it is. There's a little recoil here. So the debris is washing down here. Debris coming down. And this is the reason that we put all that screen material here, so this debris doesn't get washed further down into the below grade drains. And voila.
Okay guys, so you may be asking yourself, why should you clean out the gutters? Here we're just looking at the backside gutters here, where you've got about a 1/2 inch of roof shingle granulation just laying in the gutters, which, you know, over the years water washes down the roof from up above and deposits those granulation granules down into the gutter, along with helicopter leaves and other tree and debris and things like that that get stuck in the gutter. Eventually they can clog the gutter, causing it to overflow when all that water's rushing down during heavy rains from the roof above, and it can't properly drain into the downspout. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and clean the gutters out, and in an effort to prevent all of this debris from washing down into the downspout below and clogging up those underground drains, we're going to go ahead and put something, this is a huge pro tip, we're going to put a little screen in the middle of the downspout there, so that this debris doesn't all wash down and clog our underground drains. So again, we're going to clean all of this roof shingle granulation out, but first we'll head on down and we're going to put this this screen in between the downspout sections. And I want to show you how to do this. It's relatively easy, but we want to prevent all of that granulation and debris from clogging up those underground drains here. So we're going to detach the gutter here and pull it apart and put a piece of screen in underneath. I'm just using regular screen material here that I have left over from repairing screens over the years. It's nothing fancy. You can use whatever you have left over. It's actually great for using those odds and end pieces if you've ever built screens before. Anyways, we're going to start off over here by taking apart the gutter, which is easy. In this case, it was just tied together with some wire, but oftentimes you'll find 1/4 inch little hex head self-tapping screws. So I'm just going to separate this here, and then we have to take a couple screws out. Normally they're just the regular 1/4 inch head. You can use any old cordless screwdriver and separate those screws. But I want to be clear, it's very important that you go ahead and hold the lower piece of the downspout when you're detaching these. You don't want that piece to fall down into the below grade storm drains, where it could, you know, start to create a blockage. So very important. I'm holding it with my left hand. Do not let go of that lower piece while you're separating these downspouts, just to prevent anything from falling down into those storm drains below. So we're going to go ahead, we're just going to use those screen pieces. We're going to start by fitting them in underneath the above grade downspout. And oh yeah, remember to put those screws in a safe place so you don't lose them. So we're going to go ahead and fit our screen underneath and wrap it around the above grade downspout. You can use a zip tie or some rubber bands or any kind of bungee cords, but in this case it's pretty well fit in there. So then I'm going to go on back up. Now, I'm not advocating the use of a ladder in every case, but since this is only a first floor gutter, I'm just going to take that downspout drain screen, that little round wire piece that you see here. We're going to take that out. That's going to stop the debris from getting stuck at the downspout drain location, the little hole in the gutter there.
All right, so we got the pressure washer. The hose is connected. I didn't turn the water on. The electrical power is connected, and then we've got our little quick connect here for the actual pressure wand. What I'm going to do is just show you our setup so far. So for cleaning the gutters, we're going to use our U or V-shaped wand. I'm using the 15-degree sprayer. You can use any different sprayer that you like, but the 15 is a pretty good cleaning cutting edge degree angle for me anyways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'll extend this. I think this actually might be enough, but one thing I want to let you know is that you should only extend these and open these clasps here when the wand itself is not pressurized. We don't want to ever open this up while there's pressure underneath, because we don't want this thing to shoot. We've got 2000 psi running through the hose for the pressure washer, and then this will also have 2000 psi. Another thing is, if you have a pressure washer at home that does more than 4000 psi, this unit is not going to be rated for that. The last thing, we don't have any power lines to worry about, but absolutely make sure that you're not hitting or touching or even near any overhead electrical power lines. because we don't want to damage them or create an unsafe electrical hazard, or worst case scenario, electrocute someone. And just for reference, the power lines are the 3 braided cables right here in the middle. The lines to the right are going to be for cable and telephone on the left. But nonetheless, make sure you stay away from the overhead power lines. For us, that's not going to be much of a concern because we're only cleaning the rear gutters, but I just want to bring that to your attention. We've got our wand right here. I already feel like I've got the right extension on this thing, because while standing here and not using a ladder, I'm going to move this ladder out of the way, but the whole point of this is to ensure that we don't have to get up on a ladder. So once the water starts coming, we'll start over here and we're going to clean all the way over, trying as hard as we can to stay in the gutter and not getting the actual shingles up there. And then we'll clean off the gutter with the other 15-degree attachment. We'll turn our water on. We'll turn this on. And now we're pressurized. This is how it should look. And there it is. There's a little recoil here. Just get our ladder out of the way. Now, I don't think that we are actually going to need this support jacket for the short little gutter run that we're doing, but at some point here, when you're doing an entire house worth of gutters, this thing really comes in handy. We'll just put this over top. Put your arms through the little sleeves to this guy. Now I just realized that this spray nozzle, you would hold it like this, and so I put the nozzle on backwards. Now remember, you're not going, while this is pressurized, you're not going to actually undo that fitting because you're going to have pressurized water, which could hurt. So we're going to hit off to turn off the pressure to the power washer, and then we're going to just run all of this pressure out here in this line, running up through our black line and then through our green pressure washer line. All right, there we are. Just turn this over to the side. Remember that I took the pressure out first. All right, now that we tighten this back up, go ahead, repressurize, back on, and we've got pressure again. And we're going to start over here so we can see our pressure, and then we'll move into the gutter. It's going to start working down the drain. We're going to have to push this drainage. I noticed that our debris is washing down here, and so that was the reason that we put the screen on. Debris coming down, and this is the reason that we put all that screen material here, so this debris doesn't get washed further down into the below grade drains. And voila.
And so the gutter cleaning wand comes with another attachment, which I didn't actually show in the video here, in order for you to clean the outside face of those gutters and the fascia soffit boards below. And it depending on how clogged and debris filled your gutters are, they will make some amount of a mess on exterior siding, you're probably going to consider pressure washing that down while you have the pressure washer available. But the most important thing here is that this can be extended up to 24 feet. You can clean first floor and second floor gutters without the use of getting on a ladder. Most importantly to remember, do not be getting on a ladder with a 24-foot extension wand extended all the way up on some second floor gutters, and you have the wrong footing, or it's wet and slippery, and you're going to lose your balance while you're trying to operate this thing while standing on a ladder. Get this unit because it's safe, but don't take any added risks. Thank you very much.